Hello, welcome to FCA Friday. Today we're going to talk about something, I like my little Halloween background, by the way, because tomorrow is October 1st, so I figured let's get started a day early. I'm sorry about my uploads. I've been at work, and for some reason the computer doesn't want to upload things. It's been a bit of a problem. But I digress. Today we're going to be talking about the most ideal romantic couple, because we all know that this year there's gonna be a hell of a lot of Harley Quinn and Joker couples, because that relationship gets romanticized even before Suicide Squad, which everyone complained about, and that's an abusive relationship. It's not good for anybody. The real couple that we should be ideal and wanting to be like is the true gothic and insane of Gomez and Morticia Addams. And before you say that I copied somebody, I would just like to say that years before I saw anything, I was writing papers about it in 2008 and 2007 in my college classes. And I'm not saying I was the first. I'm just saying that before I saw things, people come to the same conclusion. That can happen. Independent people can all come to similar conclusions based on experience, all right? So chill your peaches. Gomez and Morticia Addams are an ideal romantic couple. Why? How? They're crazy. They're sadomasochists. And their gothic thing is just kind of weird. But putting those things aside, Gomez and Morticia, I'm mostly going to be focusing on the movies and the black and white TV show. That's where I'm going to be referencing, because those I think are the most iconic and idealistic things. When people think of Addams Family, I think those are the two that pop into their minds first. I'm aware there was an animated series and a musical and all that. And it was a comic by Charles Addams. I know. Here we go. Gomez and Morticia Addams are an ideal couple because they have a lot of things going against them. First of all, they have children. They have 3 children by the end of the second movie, in fact. Most people, once they have one child, their relationship's passion often dies down. They lose it. They have 2 children, and depending on how you look at the situation, they either live with Gomez's brother or his brother lives with them. It doesn't. But having a brother or brother-in-law live with you, having multiple children or just a child, and a mother-in-law living with them. Normally, having a mother-in-law live with you is not an ideal circumstance, but it doesn't bother. None of that stuff gets to Gomez and Morticia, and I think that the reason is what makes them an ideal couple, because they can deal with that stuff and still desire each other. There's so much romanticness between the two of them, despite all of those things. And what makes that possible is the pure, unadulterated, unblemished desire to make the other person happy, no matter what. Gomez's true passion in life is Morticia. Morticia's true passion in life is Gomez. And in death, post-mortem, they want the other person to be happy. And in the TV show, there were actually a couple episodes where they think the other person doesn't want them anymore. They don't become hateful, jealous, and controlling. They go, of course, I must let her go. I must let her be happy, even if it is without me. And she does the same thing. I was never good enough for him. I am just thankful to have gotten to be with him. But if I no longer make him happy, then I must let him be happy without me. That's the way they work. It's not they don't want to possess and control the other person. And no matter the circumstance, they never ever demean or look down on the other person. even though they have very, very different personalities. In fact, given the time periods of the movies and especially the TV show, they have a very swapped kind of role reversal going on, which is that Gomez, in almost every version of him, he is an excitable, he's emotionally unstable, he can't deal with things. He is very, very dramatic and melodramatic character, whereas Morticia is more stoic, calm, and she's the pillar of the family. She's the head, the real head of the household. And this doesn't bother anyone. She never emasculates, and it never is emasculating for Gomez that she really is the one who's the head. She's in charge. She makes the things happen. But she never ever looks down on Gomez. Now you might be thinking, well, they're rich people. Gomez is very unstable with everything. He spends a lot of money. Model trains are not cheap, and he regularly blows them up. And Morticia is into hexes. She's into, herbology, stuff with her plants, Cleopatra, her flesh-eating Venus flytrap, all of those things. Gomez is into blowing up trains. He smokes $1,000 in cigars every month. At least according to the TV show, he spends $1,000 a month on cigars. Morticia never criticizes him for spending, no matter how frivolous it is. He never complains that she has rosebud heads and things all over the house or anything like that. He doesn't complain that her plants are taken over. They don't criticize each other. That's what makes them happy. They will do it, even though they don't participate. Gomez is more into fencing, and Morticia will humor him with fencing once in a while. But it's Gomez who gets revved up about things. In the second movie, when they're going to the hospital, Morticia is very calm and collected and just, I'm having the baby. And Gomez is like, and it's very, very intense. And Gomez is the one who becomes bedridden and sick in the movies when detached from Fester. And he's the one who can't handle things. He cannot take stress. It's Morticia who takes control, and she's like, I need to make Gomez happy. I need to do what's best for the family, no matter what. Whereas Gomez becomes sick and ill with depression. And it's only until his beloved is put in mortal danger, which is actually sort of a weird turn on for him, that he needs to go rescue her. And his thing is, he wants Morticia to be happy. And that is completely true in everything. They just want the other person to be happy. And they do everything together. They make all the decisions for the family, including raising the children, any big decisions they make with each other. They don't argue. They don't demean the other person. They don't say, well, that's stupid, or you're stupid, or that's a bad opinion. Because they only have this desire to make the other person happy, they're like, what will make you happy? What will make you happy? Well, I want this, but I want whatever you want. Well, I want this, and I want whatever you want, which makes it so much easier for them to come to a comparison. Well, this will make me happy, which will make you happy, which also makes me happy. So because their real goal in everything is pleasing the other person, they don't have any problems with their relationship. Even when they're put out on the street and forced to be homeless, Morticia doesn't blame Gomez. She doesn't look down on him. Even when he is bed-stricken, the rest of the family goes out to earn money, and she never ever thinks badly of him. She doesn't ever think he's a lousy, lazy lemming or anything like that. She thinks, that's my Gomez and I need to make him happy. And when Gomez is re-sparked, as I said, with wanting to make Morticia happy, that's when he springs into action. And that is what makes an ideal couple. Just pure love, adoration, and a desire to make the other person happy. They don't care about being right. One person doesn't have to be right. One person doesn't have to be in control. One person isn't the boss, even though we discussed it's pretty much Morticia. It's what will make you happy, and they do it. They have just enough similarities with their own personalities. They can be away from each other for the whole day, her in her greenhouse and him blowing up trains and doing fencing things, just fine. And when they do come together, it's to be with each other. There's no goal in mind. There's no force with it. It's just, I want to be with you. You make me happy. What can I do to make you happy? And that is why Gomez and Morticia Addams are the absolute most ideal kind of dangerous couple that the media has ever produced. Because they don't ever want control of a situation. They just want happiness for the other person, which makes everything else just kind of fall into place, and they work with it together. They don't bring each other down. They only want to make the other person feel. And that is a beautiful and wonderful thing. So tell me if you agree or disagree with me in the comment section down there or wherever YouTube moves it in the future. And let's see, I have a tag video that I'm going to do and things like that. I will see you for Makeup Monday and for the next FCA Friday. And probably in some vlogs during October too. All right.